What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JusticeXFalls. We're back at it again with another video, and today we're looking at Final Fantasy 16, a hands-on preview from who else? So, this is a game that I haven't really heard much about since it was announced initially. There's been a few trailers put out. It looks like they've been focusing more on promoting like Endwalker, Final Fantasy 14, but 16 is looking fire. I love how they went more towards the third person action RPG vibe rather than the turn-based. There's nothing wrong with turn-based. I like turn-based RPGs just like the next person. I even like tactical RPGs. I've said that a lot on this channel. But the third ain't nothing like a third person action RPG. It makes you feel like a superhero. So we gonna check out this hands-on preview and see what good old IGN has to say about it. So without further ado, let's get to the video.
I was waiting for you.
Oh, really?
Not for too long, I hope.
Ooh.
I remember being awestruck as a teenager by the way Shadow of the Colossus dwarfed my protagonist with its titanic creatures. That feeling of man versus mountain generated by the PS2 classic is something I've rarely experienced since. But at a recent hands-on event for Final Fantasy 16, it happened again. I felt that awe, that sense of colossal scale. But this time, rather than being a poetically beautiful battle, it was an explosive homage to anime warfare.
Colossal. He said colossal. He meant that.
The 2-hour demo was, according to developer Square Enix, a special version made for media to experience, and contents may differ from the final version.
Of course, as
from
usual.
Around 5 hours into the story, the combat-focused segment contained a trio of boss battles that showcased Final Fantasy XVI's ambitious approach to scale. The first of these, a showdown with a spy named Benedicta, was a traditional human versus human clash that embraced the dexterity of this entry's new real-time action combat. But it was the other two, much grander fights that really caught my attention.
Was it Ifrit?
Final Fantasy 16 sees a number of kingdoms caught up in a war over magical crystals. Key to this war are icons, colossal monsters that, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you may know better as summons. In most previous games in the series, these deity-like creatures were effectively elaborate magic attacks, but in Final Fantasy 16, they are vital components of the plot and act as major boss battles across protagonist Clive's journey.
Yeah, everything I've seen so far from this game, that's kind of the vibe I've been getting. Like, these summons are gonna play a very vital role in the story. Like, you're not gonna just summon them and that's it. Like, they're actually a part of the story.
One such icon is Garuda, a 20-meter tall bird-like creature summoned by Benedicta that wields the power of wind. As I dodged and weaved around Garuda's legs and wings, a magic system that sees you channel the power of different icons to unleash powerful special attacks.
Yeah, every one of these action RPG games, you know, they have their own gimmick to it. So it's gonna be interesting to learn how to use this gimmick. I've been playing what's this one called? The one that came out, but that's all about chaos. Strangers of Paradise. That has its own vibe to it, and then it has like a class system and stuff. You can switch between classes, and it's dope. On the fly too. You can switch them on the fly too. If you played that game, you know what I'm talking about. And this seems like it's gonna have its own vibe as well.
I had access to the power of 3 icons: the Fiery Phoenix, the Winds of Garuda, and the earth-shattering magic of Titan. Only one icon's abilities can be channeled at a time, but a quick press of the left trigger cycles through each summon on the fly. You could fire a blast of Phoenix Flames, for instance, before quickly swapping to Garuda to launch your target into the air with a hurricane-like spin, and finally switch to Titan to finish them off with a charged power attack that strikes downwards with stone fists. Each icon ability has its own cooldown, so hot swapping between them mid-fight and managing their wait times provides a light tactical edge to each clash. I'm interested to discover what tactics will be unlocked as Clive gains the power of even more icons, and I hope they feel as distinct as the 3 I've used so far.
I think they will. Clive!
If you're accustomed to Final Fantasy's more relaxed days of picking attacks from a menu and find all of this somewhat intimidating, you may find solace in Square's novel approach to accessibility. Rather than difficulty options, there's a collection of 5 rings that bestow combat easing effects. The Ring of Timely Evasion, for instance, will make Clive automatically dodge most incoming attacks, while the Ring of Timely Strikes will perform elaborate combos with just one tap of the attack button. There are utility-focused rings too, including one that issues commands to Clive's dog, Torgal, who can provide attack and...
Oh yeah, so I know the journalists, all of the video game journalists, y'all gonna eat that up. Y'all gonna eat that feature up. Like, I love the rings of whatever he said. But I guess we do live in a like a diversity centric and a accessibility centric time. So that was eventually gonna flood over into video games. So I shouldn't be surprised by that.
And healing
So you basically you have like
wields the power.
You have kaiju battles. That it seems like with this demo they just wanted to give you the meat and potatoes of the game, which is the boss fights. Some you'll have human boss fights, which are more traditional, and then some you have it to where you fight against the summon kaiju, and then the other one is where you icon versus icon. You turn into the summon and you fight. So that right there is a dynamic set of combat that will prove. I think it'll prove to be like very enjoyable. It looks fun to play, you know. And this guy Clyde, he looks like he said, his attack pattern is very aggressive. He looks very powerful when he's attacking, even at this low level 13. He looks very powerful when he attacks. So I could just imagine the combinations of spells or material, whatever you call them, and his own special abilities that he might have, and how they combine and how it will look on screen. So definitely a game that we definitely gonna be copping. This game, definitely gonna be playing through it. I don't know how. Like I always say, my backlog is insane, but we gonna get through it, and we gonna at the very least we gonna have content for the channel. At the very least, we have more gaming content. I know I've been doing a lot of reactions lately. That's kind of the bread and butter of the channel. But we definitely gonna get some more gameplay videos up there soon. So just be patient with that, and you'll see them as they come up, because I post every day. So if you don't see a reaction, you'll probably get a reaction and some gameplay. Like, who knows? So just stay tuned. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this game. Are you copping this? Or are you skipping it? Let me know. So y'all already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. One.